Hello, my friends, my exhausted friend Camera Mandy, and everyone else.
Hello.
Welcome to the totally exhausted from Origins and moving edition of Goo Morning Zyathé, my friends. Yes, and
I don't know what you're talking about. I've had my coffee, I am perked up, and I'm excited for the day.
cheers.
Cheers.
I'm proud of
We're
you.
going to have a great show today.
And you have been magnificent this whole week again. You know, I don't know what we do without you, my dear, and I appreciate you and love you, and I'm so thankful for you. And of course, I've been precious little help because of how bad my poor back has been since we got back from Origins, and I've got to figure something out about sleeping on soft mattresses because it is definitely creating consternation for these old bones. Nice pick, by the way.
Thank you. This is me on Thursday. I sent this to my best friend and was like, well, this is where I was at on Thursday. And yesterday was the big move. But you have to understand, we had been moving for 2 weeks. And guess who moved? All of the Gooey product. We did, not movers. We moved.
We had to move it
all. Alphinius, we need to make things shorter.
It was a lot. I need to make things less. I am sorry for my verbosity, But anyway, listen, I do think we're gonna have a wonderful show today. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I do want to say that tomorrow's a very special day. It's Juneteenth, and very very special in our household, in our family. And we are excited that it's a federal holiday, and want to wish all of our friends in America a day that is to truly be celebrated. So happy Juneteenth to everyone. So that's marvelous. Yes, Camera Mandy?
Absolutely. No, I love the celebration of Juneteenth. Yeah. So, and if you guys ever have an opportunity to go to any of the local events at your, in your city, I mean, it's wonderful celebration. So indeed. I hope for everyone it's a wonderful celebration.
Indeed.
Anyway, so yeah, moving. This is what our new studio looks like now, but it'll soon be more elaborate.
Yeah, listen, they got those 2 wall sconces, Camera Mandy. I really want to make, electric.
I brought everything over from the old studio.
Yeah, but I want to put real electric torches in there. I want to put them in the wall sconces. So we got to buy those and figure out without spending too much crazy money, and try to because I think they would look amazing, And I don't know if you know this, but Pamela is very jealous of the apothecary cabinet back there. She happened to note that, and it is quite a wonderful little piece,
Yes. So we have just some social media to go through today, and then it's all Q&A.
Yeah, then we're going to do some Q&A. We'll talk a little bit about the Kickstarter and some other stuff like that. And forgive us for not being as prepared. There was just simply no way with all that we had going this week to get ourselves together to be able to bring some of the normal things we would bring to Goo Morning. But we still think it's going to be a fun show. And I'm excited to do a Q&A. We haven't really done one of those, and Mandy wants us to do them more frequently. And indeed, I'm even talking with her about starting a Discord thing where I'll do a reading once a week, and then we'll also capture that reading, and then we will use it for folks to be able to download and be able to listen to various aspects of the world of Zyathé. So we got a lot of stuff we're trying to do here now that we're getting past this move. And part of the problem, just so everyone knows why it was so crazy on the move, was that we were not supposed to move for about another month. And we had really quite an amazing thing happen, which was the folks who are next door to us really wanted to sublet our space as soon as possible. And they were willing to pay us as such for doing so. And so we could save ourselves some double rent money because we're moving to the new place. And so that required us to accelerate our move out quite dramatically. And that's what laid so much heart and pain upon all of our people, which I'm proud of them for what they did and how they took care of us. Anyway.
Let me just say something, though. There is something to just getting it done with and not dragging it out, because you all know that we're going to procrastinate like crazy because we have so much stuff going on. So there is something just getting it. We probably would have done it in the last 2 weeks anyways, if we're just being frank. So anyway, but it's done, and I'm looking forward to some revamping of some stuff for Gooey Cube and giving us kind of a fresh start. And the new space is great for us to grow Gooey Cube. So
because in the new studio, Camera Mandy, right, we even have a table. The game table is now in the same room as Alphinius' office, my office, and it's got a little more space for us to have a little more fun and move around a little bit. And this might go to the GM tips thing that we've been threatening to do for a long time. So we'll see kind of see how it goes. But we're pretty excited to have this new thing going on, and it is kind of fun to have a bit of a fresh start.
As soon as it's in a decent enough state, I will go through and do a tour of what we have a whole hallway with all of the Gooey Cube offices on there. I call it Gooey Corridor. And also, I can't wait just for people to come out and keep visiting us as they do, that whenever they're around Colorado Springs, they come visit us. And I think this space is going to feel very gooey. I think people are going to love it.
The Gooey Corridor. I hope it has a secret door somewhere, Camera Mendy. We have to figure that out.
I have a secret room. I'm just my audio studio. I don't know. Anyway, okay, let's go ahead and go through social media, and then we'll go ahead and do a tour and everything like that down the road. I know right now we're just talking about it, which isn't exciting as actually seeing it. So
yes.
Anyway, so this is adorable.
So this is Corinne. Yes, this is Corinne, and I don't know how she ended up wearing out Fabio's wig during the move, but this was what happened. But we think she is quite cute. So
yeah. Listen, Corinne was my little hero because on Gooey Cube moving day, she was right there with us moving all the things. And she'd go, my arms are jelly, but then she'd keep moving stuff. So I love Corinne. And then she loved Alfabio's wig. And she put this on herself. And I was like, Riley, get a picture. So anyway, it was just too cute.
Yes. So this Harry, Harry determined to obviously create my wastrel brother, and also this incredible handful thing creature, that was created by one of our artists named TJ. And I guess they are companions now. I don't really understand it.
Listen, I think that he just charmed the pants off them because I don't think they're wearing pants. So
I'm sure he seduced it. Yes, I'm sure.
They were just like, okay, this guy has something. We just got to follow him around now. So love it. So great work, Harry. These monsters are awesome. Alfabio's awesome.
Yeah, and folks know that emails are going out right now to people in the Kickstarter who got STLs.
Yes,
from Harry.
So we have the email ready. I think I just need to approve it, and that was just one of those things that fell through the cracks this week. But I will approve the email. It will go out next week, and all the STLs will be in the hands of the people who purchased them through the Kickstarter.
Yes, and any of the folks who who are at Origins and purchased at Origins, whose shipments did not go out last week, they're going out as quickly as we can this next week. Just again because of the move. That's the only reason things are delayed. They're really, it was just crazy. You all can imagine. We've been in the space for 10 years. We got all this stuff there, and we had to get rid of it, and we had to pack everything up. It's just crazy. Anyway, we made it. Thank the wonderful team that we have, and onward we are moving. But Harry, these are magnificent. I love them.
Yes, love them. So what is this? This is from
Michael. Yes, Michael says he's going to have a gooey cult that is going to be infiltrated. I, of course, made it very clear that I am not a member of any cult whatsoever. Of course, that's what all cultists say. So you never know.
Here's our first question from Lady Hawk.
Oh, yeah.
For just minis. Listen.
Michelle, my friend. Michelle.
No. You don't get to talk. Oh, you have not moved your minis 3 different times. Listen, Alphinius has, I know everyone here will just love Alphinius's collection.
I do think we need to start taking pictures and showing that stuff. But I can't remember, in fairness, Ms. Goo obviously went and drove the truck and picked them up, and folks at the office loaded. But Uncle Greg and I carried them all. We carried them all down the stairs, which is one of the reasons why my back is totally thrashed. I completely agree with you. It is excessive. It is borderline some kind of disorder. I
tell you, just at the office, there was at least 50 boxes of minis and terrain. And we've moved those things like 4 different times, just to different locations around the around the office. And
we're going to be bringing a crap load of them to Gen Con, Camera Mendy, right? Because we're going to be setting up the room. Yes,
everyone should get very excited about Gen Con. There is some really, really cool stuff there. This is a great question from Geeky. How many hats?
I'm sure there are many hats, Geeky, just none are mine.
That's not true. So, anyways, yeah, this is a great little setup from Michael.
Yes, he's got this Gooey
And
Cube
Alphinius is right in the center.
Yeah, I know.
Love it.
It's a problem. I think I'm going to be turned into some nefarious personage by Michael. See, this is what I'm talking about. Here I am. I'm not a member. I'm the leader.
Anyway.
So Jim put this up. And every once in a while, Jim does a lot of wonderful posts, but don't go too far, Cameron.
I didn't mean to.
This is a really beautiful picture of a sharp-eared squid, a sharp-eared emo squid, and it's obviously a baby, but you look at this is the kind of thing that I just love about all these posts that go up in the den, because they give you ideas for monsters, for encounters, for interesting things. Ben put up a beautiful image this morning of a tree that had kind of grown in different directions, and it almost looked like a treant kind of creature, but it was more animal shaped. And so hello James, good to see you, my friend. And so I see you. Anyway, you notice this squid is not wearing a hat either, so
you didn't know that.
Anyway, this is the kind of thing that I just think spurs creativity. It spurs all kinds of ideas and wonderful thoughts, and brings so much to your mind, and this is why I always encourage people, don't just rush by, some of these wonderful images that people have taken the time to post and put up. Ponder them for a moment, look at them for a moment, because it really, we're all creators, and to add to our creative mindset and our thinking is just a wonderful thing. And Jim, thank you for all the wonderful posts you do put up.
I just want to say the credit for this is Fabian Micanet.
Yes.
And so we love it when you post stuff like this, if you post credit to the people who captured the image or created the images.
Yes, because that allows us, honestly, to put up the imagery, right? That gives us a chance to do so. If we don't really have credit, we can't really, we can, but it's just not, it's not a good practice. It's a better practice to always try to grab a post that really has the true credit for the actual one who made the image, right? Not the person who just put it up somewhere else. Hello, Kaden. hello. Another one here, right? This is just I know, isn't it the truth, Michelle? This is what happens, right? You start thinking about because I really want, this is another thing, we haven't really explored this in Zyathé, but I really want the oceans to be more alien. Many of you don't know this, but I was going to actually, originally, my plan for my career was to be an ichthyologist. I wanted to be a person who studied fish and wanted to be a scientist. That was my original thought. I loved scuba diving, and I've got some probably 200-300 hours of dive time, and I started when I was 13 years old, and I was very enthusiastic about it. Then I took an advanced chemistry class, and that destroyed everything for me.
Well, I've known you now for 33 years, and I just learned something new about you.
But anyway, I want to say this because Michelle, answering her question, I did not know you did not know that. Yes, so the oceans of Zyathé, I really want them to feel more like the true alien-esque feeling of the oceans, rather than sort of having your traditional take on merfolk and those kinds of things. And so this is all to be developed, and hopefully we can do it together as a community, the way we've done other things with contributions and all that. I see you, Harry. Yeah, I like that too. That post was very cool about those trees and all of that stuff. But yes, really, when you think about it, why do merfolk have to be sort of the traditional, right? Couldn't they actually be, more different and more alien and still in keeping with sort of the fantastical world that we're trying to create together? So, yeah.
Next Kickstarter, we go through the oceans of Zyathé.
That just adds another thing, right, to the list of all the things, right? Because we've got the Cyclopedia of the Peoples, the Races of Zyathé. We've got the Cyclopedia Religica, right, which covers all the gods and all those classes and all of that kind of stuff. And also the Cyclopedia of the Races was also planned to carry a lot of classes, We've got chapters 6 and chapter 7, of course, to finish off the Red Star Rising campaign. We're going to look at Sundestia, right, as our first thing. We get to show you what the marvelous people from the sort of Sundestia planning team have come up with, and we'll begin to work on that, I think, as a group. But we got to get the rest of this Kickstarter done first, and we're getting close on a number of items. I'll give an update in a little bit. But isn't this marvelous? This Keith, right? Keith put this one up, right? And it's from Nature Heaven, and it's this wonderful hands, right, that are just this kind of stuff it's just like, wow. And even if it's photoshopped by somebody a little bit, it's still magnificent.
Still gives you the inspiration for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next up. Oh, here's another one. Oh, sorry, and I should have mentioned the credit for this one was Deborah D'Alicio.
Yes. And this popped up in my feed from Animals World Nature in quotes, and it's a sculpture in a park from Ireland. And I looked at this and I was like, whoa, it is a furbolg, right? It has been petrified, right? And I, it just was so magnificent. And again, it sent me off down the path of creativity. Cameraman, I know you are super creative. You look at this, doesn't it give you this like, whoa, what could I do with that as an encounter, right?
What I imagine with this image is an entire river full of these petrified creatures. Are they actually petrified?
I thought it was kind of a giant. I thought it was almost, big, just the way it looked with the bank in the background and all of that stuff, But
everyone has a different idea from this. So imagine coming across a whole river filled with these. Are they alive? Are they actually petrified?
Yes. Is what I love.
Okay, next up. Ooh, this reminds me of the Battle of the Gods that you talked about.
Yes. So in the Great War, which was called the Nether War or the Gods War, and this was from Keith, and Keith, this is marvelous. And Keith, you are another one. Michelle, you too, and Kevin and Kevin and others, Adam and others. They put up so many wonderful images that are just so cool. Pam does it too. Hi, Pam. I see you there. And I just love what happens in the den. I just love it, and I appreciate so much the people who take the time to do this. And I look at this, and what happened is as I was reading the posts, I can't remember who said it, and I should have, and I apologize, but they said, it might have been Jim, is this one of the great creations of the gods that did war during the Nether War? And there were the Zyathé and the Zyathé, and one of them supposedly was destroyed and buried somewhere on Zyathé. Somewhere actually in Verdestia. And then I look at this, and then that statement comes up, and all of a sudden you're like, wow, this is quite moving. There's a lot of drama in that, so, and
it's just broken and beautiful.
Yes. And the artist is there, so you can see it on ArtStation.
Yeah. You can go to artstation.com/Tomic8401 for more work.
Yeah, is that not marvelous? And we're back to Harry, who did one of my favorite pre-gens, which is Dermot Quee, because I like rogues, and really, really fun. He's got a great look.
I love that Harry's doing these really interesting poses for the pre-generated characters. I think these are I cannot wait to get all these bundles created. I think players are gonna love the bundles. Like Kasserin Folio, Kasserin miniature.
Yes, I think so too.
Awesome.
I think it's going to be a wonderful thing to really bring them to life.
Sorry,
and Harry, again, from all of us,
I know
just me. It's the whole. Yeah, there's Fix, which is another of the pre-gens. From all of us, Harry, what you bring to this marvelous den, and doing this, and bringing these, not just these NPC sort of pre-gen characters to life, but monsters, and then even more the wonderful portraits of our friends, right, who are part of the world. It is just magnificent, and we really, really appreciate it, Harry. We really.
And soon Harry and I were talking at Kubla Cuba in San Francisco, right?
Mhm.
And we want to start packaging like Darkest Dream minis together and like selling them as packages. So like you could have like the monsters from Darkest Dream or from all these like various adventures, you know, or you could get a package of like our folks from the den that show up in all of these world guides, and yeah, it's going to be marvelous. So anyway,
So
we're
you,
working
you
on
got to
it.
go back one, right? Because I want to show this. Christina
Yes.
posted this artwork. So she did this for her father for Father's Day, and this is her own artwork. And I thought it was really marvelous, and so we wanted to post it up and tell Christina that we love seeing this too, right? The creations of your own hands and your own words and all of this stuff is just so wonderful. And I just thank you for putting that up there for us to see, Christina, and to enjoy and to know that it's for your father, which it makes it even more special when we get to look at it. So
I think this artist. See, Christina, I know her as someone who crochets.
yes,
To see that she is multifaceted in her art.
very talented artist.
Yes. So let's see her up next.
So this was a little bit of a spoiler, but you know, as you know, we are working on a number of things right now. One of them being the Dead and Fallow adventure, and I'm very excited. I've mentioned before that I'm very excited about the Dead and Fallow, and this is an image from that adventure. And I really believe that this will be a very intriguing and wonderful circumstance, and quite scary, I'm sure, for your party when this image is used and brought forth. So anyway, I don't want to spoil too much. I don't want to say too much, but I do think this is quite a marvelous image. So
I'm excited. I think it's awesome.
So I know a number of these are my posts, and we don't usually do that as much, cameraman-y, but this was a big deal. The CSFFA has a number of people who have been put into the Hall of Fame over the years, and there are three wonderful folks who were put into the Hall of Fame this year: Julie and Hayden, and of course one of my personal heroes, Ed Greenwood. And I just felt like noting that. You know, I don't know how many people saw it or had a chance to look at it, but you know, Ed was so marvelous and published all these things in the Dragon magazine before ever being sought out by, at the time, I think it was Wizards of the Coast. It might have been TSR. It's actually, I think it was TSR at the time, before Wizards, but I can't remember. But it was in that same general time frame. And that's when they began publishing the Forgotten Realms and kind of moved away from Greyhawk. So it was just wonderful to see these three honored, and of course to see Ed honored. So it was kind of cool if you had a chance to read the article.
And that's the Canadian Science Fiction and Fantasy Fiction Hall of Fame.
Yes, I apologize. I meant not to. Rob Gustafson put up that it was the California State Future Farmers of America. So I said, I don't think that's correct, you know. And this is marvelous. So Michelle, these folks from Felon Fair have been posting these images from the things that they do, these sort of major cosplay sort of events and all of this kind of stuff. And Michelle, I think, has put up. Michelle, have you put up three? I think you've put up three. I have seen Ed's hat. Yes, I have. But Michelle, I think you put up three different posts showing pictures, and this is just these people are doing these marvelous things and cosplaying at really, really wonderful. I tell you, I never got to play with Ed whatsoever. Obviously, I've seen him in videos and all of that kind of stuff, and we just have never really crossed paths in all the time that I've been doing this. But he just seems like such a genuine soul and a good person, and of course incredibly creative. Anyway, so yeah, Michelle, so you yeah, it's three, yeah, this is it.
Here's the problem: is I put up comments and then I totally distract Alphinius.
I apologize, my friend. But if you have a chance to go into the den and actually don't just look at the slide as they're on the page, but actually go in and look at each photograph of this wonderful group. I think you're going to be blown away. It is really, really wonderful. And thank you, Michelle, for taking the time to give those to show those to us.
Also, one thing that you can do for free that helps everyone is just going and liking their Facebook page.
Indeed. Absolutely. And friends, also, if you haven't not supported, but followed our channel here, please do. Please give us a little follow. That would be marvelous. And let's look at Zarden. So Philip marvelously, along with many, supported us in the Kickstarter, and part of his Kickstarter support was he got a portrait of his character Zarden. And this is Zarden, and we love the attitude of this image. This was taken from Philip's self picture. He took a picture of himself and really wanted Zarden to have this wonderful, happy, whimsical kind of look. And if you notice, he's got two different eyes, and he's just a fascinating personage that I think may be another of the instructors in the College of the University of Magic, at the College of Magic in the University of Darkenhaven. So probably has arguments with Zix Gramus on a continuous basis.
One of the really cool things about Zyathé, as a lot of people who watch this know, is that we give opportunities for people to name certain parts of Zyathé after themselves. And so Philip Pontius actually has a village in Zyathé called Pontius, and it's spelled a little differently, as you can see at the top there. So,
well, I did, I went through and tried and I'm going to keep doing this, as we move to other maps, where people, I just gave a little nod to a lot of friends who have been good to us and helped us and supportive of us and like what we're doing. And so there's a lot of little Easter eggs all over the maps of Verdestia that I hope when people see things and they go, wait a minute, is that me? It might just be you.
If you think it's you, it's definitely you.
It's quite possibly it's you. Yeah. It won't be spelled the same, but it might be a nod to you and a thank you for your part. This, Pamela, obviously a symbol of Jinx, your ceramics. I saw them all in the Discord, and of course this one you posted in the den, and really fun. And I bet this was a pain in the rear to put together. I do that, Chris. I do that, Chris. So no, we are incredibly thankful that we again have all these artistic people that are in our den. And Pam is marvelous. And if you haven't had a chance and you're on the Discord, you should go take a look at the other pieces that Pam put up as she begins to explore this ceramics world. So, but we are excited that one of your first pieces ever, Pamela, was this Jinx symbol. So
listen, I genuinely think this is an artifact that exists somewhere in Zyathé.
Yeah, right. It's the mask.
Say it. I think we already showed this last week.
We did. I just wanted to say one last time what a great time we had at Origins and how much fun we had and how many wonderful people we saw, old friends and new, and we put up a lot of pictures of various folks, and it's so wonderful to have this wonderful community that we have, this very inclusive and very considerate and wonderful group of people that come together and call themselves gamers, and I'm proud that we're a little part of it, and it is wonderful to have so many friends. So you touch my heart a little bit, it's just a wonderful thing. Almost done, right, Cameron? This is one of the last ones. This is this is the finest. Sorry, I didn't hear you, Cameron. I apologize.
Yeah, I think we're towards the end.
Getting towards the end. So this is the final image of the dump in the Gloom port. And good morning, a Goo Morning, as it were. Yes, the Gloom port, of course, has this magical number of magical places, and of course, one of them, fascinatingly, is the dump, because of there's some lore about 2 dragons that were slain in there, and some other things, and of course, the dump the Dump King has this citadel that is there, and
How awful to be called the Dump King.
well, listen, there's some pretty good lore with these dumps. I have a feeling that's going to be quite a popular locality in Zyathé.
Well, I agree that the locality, but I mean, there's so many implications to the term the Dump King.
Why you got to go there, cameraman?
I'm just more than one kind of dump. Okay.
Cameraman. Oh God. Take off, Pat. Go, go, go. Hello, Ben. Hello, Ben.
Yeah, and he shows up right as we start talking about certain kinds of dumps. Okay. Anyway,
it's a great image done by Edvard, and I'm so pleased with how the images of Darkenhaven and Gloomport have come together. And see, there it comes, cameraman.
It's true. It's just true.
All right, next. Yeah, I guess it's good to be the king. You're killing me right now.
I know. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Oh, that's so funny. Adam, who had a hand in helping to craft East Verdestia, received his copy and posted it up, and a number of people have been receiving stuff. And of course, we're shipping a whole mess more of new stuff out next week, and continuing on our work. And I am so pleased that Adam was pleased to receive it. And yes, it is. This is definitely the largest book we will ever have. This thing is almost 400 pages, and I'm going to do my utmost never to get that big again. We're going to try to keep it 350 or less. Magic is probably going to be in that 300.
So many of those books at this point. Just add a few more pages in. Why don't you?
Mandy, just think of it as your shoulders and your biceps.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I know.
Strengthening. Yes.
So I was going to say, we now have free shipping at conventions.
Yes.
Great deal. So we have free shipping obviously online too. But if you buy at a convention, you get the digital downloads straight away, and then we ship the physical product as soon as possible when we get back.
So no more do people have to carry 3 chapter adventures, 2 books, 2 map packs, and a bunch of swag, right? Which weighs probably about 25 pounds or so.
No.
All right.
There we go.
So Kevin put this up, and this, because we had a source, right? We feel confident we can show this. This is just a magnificent. It's called Caverswell Castle. And it's this wonderful aerial view. And, a lot of times you don't really get to see sort of structures of castles and how they're really, how you see the inside, and you see the baileys, and you see the towers, and you can see the courtyard and all of that kind of stuff. And this was just a wonderful image. And Kevin always brings us wonderful things too. And so just wanted to acknowledge that and show that, because it's definitely, I looked at this one enlarged, and it was really a wonderful picture.
Okay, I think that's it.
All right. So do you want me to do this little Kickstarter update real quick?
Yeah, I do. While you're doing that, if people want to send any questions they have, I'll start getting them ready. So right after the Kickstarter thing, we can do our Q&A.
Perfect. So for all the people who are wondering kind of where our status is on things right now, I was just talking to the person who was doing the layout for our Magica book, and we are at about page 120 or so in the layout. We've got to add some more artworks into there, and that's about half of the size of the book. So, like I said, it's probably going to end up being somewhere between 300 and 350 pages, which is again much larger than we originally promised. But I think you're going to love it. I think you're going to love the new classes. I think you're going to love all the cool, interesting new spells. I think you're going to love the various aspects of magic and flow stones and all of the things that really feed into sort of a wonderful magic book. This is definitely designed to be used by players and game masters. It's not one that's just for game masters only. And we think folks are going to love the direction. We are in the process of doing final edits on chapter 5. We've done an initial layout of the adventure book, which I'm going to review this next week. And we are starting to work on the Game Master's reference book. All of the artwork is done for chapter 5, save for maybe 1 or 2 pieces. So that's pretty much ready to go. And we are really, really excited to get that into folks' hands. So both of those are coming relatively fast. Now again, relatively fast. Anytime you're doing all of this, this is just a tremendous amount of work to do these materials. It takes a lot of people's time and efforts to proofread and review and make sure you haven't missed things and make sure you got all of the components and all of that stuff. And then of course, after that's done, then we actually have to go print it all, right? And but relatively soon, I think both of those are going to be released. We're also working on the Witch's Wrath and our new special sort of limited edition module that we're going to release at Gen Con called Shadows and Genzicon. And we're very excited for both of those. And those are both being worked on feverishly along with chapter 5 and the Encyclopedia Magica. Of course, we have the wonderful Gloomport group that's taken a lot of things forward, which is wonderful. And we have, of course, Jens, who is working very hard on finishing the final draft of the Darkenhaven set. And then lastly, Carrie is working with Keith, who authored this, Legends, Lore, and Libations. She is working now on editing that so we can get that laid out. And that means we are really, we're getting towards the end of this later, obviously, than we wanted to be. But I hope everyone understands the reasons why. I think they're good and fair reasons. And hopefully our efforts to make up for that tardiness has been well received by most. But it's pretty exciting to have done this, right as the COVID thing was striking and all the craziness with our business and then the craziness with Gooey Cube and then trying to take care of all of these things and to really be coming to the end of all this creation. And it makes me almost a little teary-eyed when I think about it. It's wonderful. So that's my Kickstarter update, Camera Mendy.
Yes. Awesome. Okay, so we need more questions, so people keep sending them in. But here's one from...
Oh, I was supposed to do that. Good job, Geeky. So the current submission round is coming to a close, but you still have a little bit of time. And we wanted to do a little more populating of the Gloomport with events and such. And so I think it ends in about 2 weeks, a week and a half, something like that. So just go to your submission link and open that up, and it has examples and all of that stuff, and should be very clear. And it'd be wonderful to have folks put that in. We got a nice little reward, like we always do. We want to always make sure people feel fairly compensated for work that they do.
And I have news on that front, because we actually need to send out a bunch of rewards. Because anyway, we have rewards going out this week.
We do indeed.
All we need is Alphinius to sign the posters.
Oh yeah, I got to send a bunch of posters. Yeah, I'm excited for that. And also, Mandy, we'll be starting to, for all the people who submitted monsters. That's another thing for the next round, right? Is the Cyclopedia Monster Cup for Verdestia. All the people who submitted monsters, we've done many, many, many of the artworks for your monsters. And our promise was that that for you taking the time to create a monster to submit, that we would give you an image back, a wonderful printed image of your monster. So we are doing that. We're going to be starting to print those, and so a lot of you are going to actually get your monsters here in the mail as well. So we hope that makes you excited, and I'm excited to carry it to the next level. So
I do want to clarify on that, though, that the monsters are not going out this week.
Oh yeah.
It's submissions from Darkenhaven and Gloomport that are going out this week, and I think some for East Verdestia, because I have a print of the Queen with the vampire that's going out, and a few other things. So we'll do a separate round of shipping for monsters, and also there's an NPC round that we are doing prints of the NPCs submitted. And I do want to say I got a really good piece of feedback about the submission rounds. About Alphinius doing a Discord meetup regarding the submission rounds. And so I was wondering if you could actually do a Discord meetup this week.
Oh, perhaps I could. Let's figure a date. Let's see what I talk about a date, and maybe we can do that. I've been talking about going and doing kind of waxing nostalgic to the early days when there was only a couple hundred people in the den, and we were just starting out this thing, and we used to go and have Discord meetups, and a lot of people have said they miss those, and so Camera Mandy and I have been talking about how we might do that again. I know, Chris, they were so fun, and it's trying to find time for all of these things we are trying to do, and it's just hopefully with the move now underneath us and all of that stuff, we can go back a little bit to that. So let's think about that, Camera Mandy, and we'll have to send out an email letting people know about it, and we can of course publicize it in Discord and the den and let people know. So
I'm thinking sometime, I don't know what works for everyone, but maybe like a Wednesday night or something like that would be a good.
I think we used to do them on. Did we used to do them on Wednesday nights or Thursday?
I don't know because
we did them on Saturdays.
The Discord meetups before. So.
We did them on Saturdays, Sundays, and then we did Mondays. We did 3 of them. That's what we used to do.
Okay. So, I just want to do it before our submission rounds.
I know, Lydia. Isn't it crazy? I mean, I was talking to some folks who of late who had been around since right after 2019, after we were there at Gen Con. And really, what a wonderful journey we've been on, and I'm excited to continue this journey, and I'm excited to sort of round out the next phase. I am as excited as anyone could be over the potential of Sundestia, and really bringing that aspect to Zyathé, the wonderfulness of that continent. So. Onward and upward to all the next things we're doing. But let's not announce it yet, Cameraman, because I got to talk to Ms. Goo and let's check with you and make sure Riley's good and but maybe Wednesday night, maybe Thursday night, or maybe maybe we go Sunday or Monday the following. So let's just have that chat and we'll figure that out.
Oh, sounds good.
All right.
This is not. It's more of a statement than a question, but it's kind of a question. Who's excited for Gen Con? I'm excited for Gen Con.
I think it is going to be spectacular. I think we're going to have a wonderful time. We have so many friends that are going, so many people we appreciate and enjoy. I think all 3 of my kids are going to go, which is wonderful. And a lot of the Goo crew is going. And of course, we got all our marvelous game masters, and not just game masters who are actually going to Gen Con. Adam and Star have been working with Casey to do, online. And I think Christy's one of the online game masters. And I don't remember all who's doing it, but it is wonderful to have people, wanting to run some games for people online as well who can't go to Gen Con. So, but no, I'm really excited for the time. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm very excited. We have from our team, Adam and I are going. I believe Riley and Mel are going. Mel is she's new to our team. She's been with us for a few months now. She's the one who's now handling.
But she's been around. She's been around for almost from the beginning. She's in the Discord originally, and so lots of people know her as Gooey Loops, and Mel is just magnificent, and I think we're gonna have a wonderful time. Yeah,
and then Allie and Abby are going, so it's gonna be and Mike and Alphinius, obviously. So we're super excited. So gotta get that all prepped up. Sorry, I just realized how much work I have to do for it, but I'm feeling good about it. I'm feeling good. So anyway. Are there other questions that I'm missing? I have lots of comments. I don't know if I'm missing any questions. I have this, that is a rhetorical question, Mandy, which I think is what was being said to the who's excited for Gen Con.
Yeah, so, that is a rhetorical question indeed. So I hope you come, Michelle, if you can make that work. That would be marvelous to see you if you can come down and just be with us for a little bit. Thursday night we're having the Gooey party in the Gooey room, and then on on Saturday, of course, is the Gooey Game Show, which I understand now has got somewhere closing in on 250 tickets that have been sold, which means we're rapidly approaching the maximum, which is 300. Although I think there's more room if possible. So, indeed, I agree with that. I just have such a wonderful.
This is in regards to Mel. Sorry, we're switching. Yeah. I put up comments.
No, I was following that. I was following that. She has been there for a long, long time. Been a wonderful friend.
Yeah. And so, sorry, I never finished like my sentence about Mel. So yeah, so Mel is now, if you like email customer service, or if you have any questions regarding customer service, you're emailing Mel. And she's also taking over shipping and just helping us get Gooey Cube to a really wonderful, organized state. So
she's got a lot of experience in this, which is helpful. Yeah. So it is wonderful to have Mel on the team.
So Trey wants to know, what should he eat for breakfast?
Well, I haven't eaten yet, so I'm going to go probably have a little fried egg or something, here very soon to have that. My wild oatmeal. Yes, I think it needs wild, W''wild. It would be perfect. Oh, yes, I would be pleased to do that, Keith. So the Great Gooey Dungeon Game Show is this thing that we do, and we set up a very wonderful build of terrain and miniatures and all of that kind of stuff. And then there's a studio audience. We have a ton of prizes that we give away, both in person as well as for people who are joining us via the stream. We have a breadth of people who actually play, and some of them are folks known in the TTRPG community, and some of them are just from the audience. And they come up and they sit down and they enjoy a wonderful half hour of gaming, and there are strange things that happen in rooms, and based on what they do, they earn what we call dungeon points. And based on dungeon points, that enables different groups who are in the room or on the live stream to actually win prizes, more significant prizes. And all in all, it's chaos and crazy, and I think a whole lot of fun.
Yeah. I also have a question. So we do these at conventions. So we do it at Genghis Con, and we're going to do it at Gen Con. My question is, would people enjoy, like during the pandemic, we did an in-studio one, which was 3 different shows. So if like once or twice a year, if we did another in-studio one where people were on Discord, and we had like the 4 different teams, would people enjoy that just as much as they enjoyed the Gen Con ones? So an in-studio where we have like 4 players who are the 4 like team captains or whatever. Am I making it? I'm very tired right now. So
if we did an in-studio one, would y'all be liking to do that a couple more times?
Yes, exactly. Okay, so because I have really thought the in-studio ones were very fun, and we got all the Discord interaction versus just the one team on Twitch. So we had, instead of 1 team on Twitch, we had 4 teams of people, going against each other.
Yes.
So I'm getting a lot of yeses here. Yep. So yeah, if you guys are interested in that, that's something that I think we're interested in doing like once or twice a year, is doing a big in-studio dungeon. And the nice thing about that is that we only have 2 hours at Gen Con, but these ones we could do like 3 2-hour. It could be like a continuous series of them.
Right. So, we could keep going. So you go deeper into the dungeon and get more points and all of that kind of stuff. So
yeah.
I thank you, Lydia. I really enjoyed them. I know the players that played with us enjoyed them, and we've really, really had a great time having them go. So I'm right there with you, Geeky. All the games, my friends. Let us play. I know we can, Pam. We can maybe get all the way through.
Yeah. So we would have so basically we had the team captains for the 4 different players, and then we had 4 players in the studio, and the team captains would tell the players what their team wanted. And so, if I'm explaining this correctly, so basically we'd have the Great Gooey Dungeon Game Show convention style and the Great Gooey dungeon game show studio style. Is that weird? Yeah. So anyway,
studio and non-studio. No, it's good. It's marvelous. So
yeah, that's kind of thinking. At least that's what I'm kind of thinking, and I'm just gonna do it. And Alphinius is just gonna show up in GM. So
do my best, right? Give it
Yeah,
my all, right? As much as we can do, right, cameraman?
yeah, I'm not sure we're going to be at GaryCon next year. We're still talking about this.
Yeah,
So
we're looking at it right now. They sent out the reservation things, and we're trying to look at that. You know, it's just we are running to so many. So yes, I know, Pamela. It's just the conventions are so taxing on us, and it's just, you know, we love them, you know, and GaryCon is one of my favorites, and so we're trying to look at that one, and we're trying, you know, we got Fan Expo coming up in here very, very soon, and then right after that we're going to Gen Con, I think, or you know, right soon, right? Oh, and then we got Colorado Springs Comic Con right in between. Yeah. So it's just a lot, but the nice thing is every time we go we meet more friends and we make more friends, and it's really a wonderful thing, really wonderful.
Yeah. I actually agree with this, Contour. Even if we don't go out and do booths at GaryCon, it would be nice if just Alphinius went out as a guest and was able to spend time with everyone out there.
Yeah,
so.
That is a possibility. We also, anyway, we you know, and I love Luke and his honoring of his father, and we have a lot of friends there. So it's high on my list to try to get it done. So we are definitely looking at it right now.
Yes. So, okay. Well, I think we're going to wrap up a few minutes early today, and we will send out an email when we figure out a time for a Discord meetup. I don't think it's likely, Pamela. She had mentioned earlier that I should be sent out there because that is right around my niece's birthdays, and they are my little angels. So I do think I will be with my twins. They're not my twins; they're my sister's twins. But you know.
They're adorable little ones, and
yeah, they're going to be 25. They're so cute. But I will definitely. Hey, Pamela, come out to Gen Con or come out to Colorado Springs. Just come visit us. So, yes.
Well, we again, you know, we hope a lot of people come to Genghis Con, which that's kind of our home con, and we love that little convention. And a lot of people who came last time had a great time, and so we're excited to see how this pans out. I know it. Send them all over the place, Lydia. Right? Would be homunculus. Yes, I don't. Ooh, I don't know if you'd like that guy.
I tried to get rid of Alphinius.
That's right.
I get so much more done when he's not around.
Listen.
Yeah.
No, my friends, truly. I'm probably gonna go get a little breakfast. I might have to even take a nap. I'm trying to get to a chiropractor and fix my back, and I just there you go, James. No, you stop. We wish you all a marvelous rest of your weekend. Enjoy Juneteenth tomorrow, and you know, remember the specialness of it. Go to a celebration if you feel so inclined. And I just can't tell you how much you all mean to us, and how thankful we are to have you as friends, and how fun it is to be on this journey with you all. Yeah, there's Father's Day too, right? So that's coming up as well. Yeah, so, old people, you know, like me, forget about that because we're grandfathers now, so we don't think about it as much. So yes, tomorrow is also Father's Day. All you dads, haha, yes.
Yeah, happy Godfather's Day. We'll wait today, Godfather's Day.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, thank you all so much for your support. Thank you for your kindness. We appreciate you.
We do indeed. Have a great day, my friends.
You can't end it like that.
Oh, my bad. Cameraman, you do it.
Okay, have a great day, and may all your adventures be sticky.
Aha! Bye, friends.